run us down that rabbit hole.
I keep talking.
So we have this product here, which is it was actually featured on a video that you guys shot.
Correct.
And it was like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, that was shot on a farm.
Yes.
Right. And taking bolts off of an old tractor or something. I remember the video because I was quite impressed. What's it called? The Terminator?
So it's called the Terminator. That's our internal name for it.
The Terminator.
However, I'm more than happy to share it. So
Please do. Let's talk about it. So this was obviously, there's obviously a scenario where something like this was needed in the market. Some people watching still don't really know what it is. So let's run down the rabbit hole here.
So we'll kind of, a quick synopsis on it is currently big air impacts, roughly about the same size as 1 inch, creating X amount of torque to take a bolt off or put a bolt on, which is great. Great tools, very repetitive. Air tools are awesome in the respect that highly, highly durable. The more you run them, the cooler they run. Air's running through them, I think it cools us down a bit, right?
Yeah.
And electric is, the technology's coming along very, very, very quickly, where now you can generate similar or more power and still have very close to those durability limits or abilities. So on this one, we decided to take a current product, kind of look around the size, see if we can get it to be able to run off of cordless, generating 3,000 foot-pounds of torque. And really interesting, the story you spoke of in the agriculture, and please forgive me, I was not raised on a farm, but I was asked to come out, and I always say this, give me your nastiest application. Take me to the nastiest thing you have, nastiest bolt you have. Let me see if I can get it off with this tool. It's called a slicer, I believe is the name of it. It goes and slices the fields. I don't know. But that end bolt gets all mucked up and tore up and dinged and rusted, and it's a big issue for them. They can't get that bolt out. They have cheater bars like
is it the discs?
They look like a big disc, like I don't know, whatever. And they kind of slice through and do their thing and churn everything up, I guess.
Turn to dirt.
But those bolts are just impossible. And they try to use air impacts, and they were having difficulties with it. They use big cheater bars. They're like standing on them, 2 or 3 guys trying to bust it loose. Went out there with this tool. So this is our Terminator 1 inch Cordless Impact. Runs off of 220 volt batteries. Does have some torque controllability. Sorry for the sales pitch here, but
no worries.
3,000 foot-pounds. So when you hear me talk about foot-pounds,
3,000 foot-pounds.
3,000 foot-pounds in reverse. 2,600 foot-pounds in forward. What? Why would you do that? That makes no sense to me. Wait a minute. So I can put the bolt on, and it has even more torque in reverse, just in case later on I got to take it off. So I don't want to have more power in forward than reverse. So it's a reversed bias tool. So very technical talk there. More power in reverse. 3,000 foot-pound. This one you can see has a 9-inch anvil on it, or 6-inch anvil, sorry. So it's designed to get into areas that's a little bit more tight constraint. If you notice, it's an inline tool, very thin, be able to fit into tight areas. We don't have the batteries all stacked up in the bottom down here. Rail car guys, they try to take the bolts off where the rails are coming in. And if the tool's cocked like this, you can't really get to the bolt. And now the rail car guys are like, that's useless. This tool does not do that. It can go flat in, be able to, because the batteries are where?
Yep.
Where are they? They're on the side of the tool. They're not all stacked up in the bottom, which is just ridiculous. So with all that being said, it takes a lot of power. If you take a look at the motor, it's huge. So it's taken 2 20-volt batteries to run this. We mounted them on the side, so they're pretty much out of the way, and tremendous amount of power. Weight is about the same as a pneumatic tool. That would have similar characteristics. But what is it missing? What does it not have that the air tool has?
Where's that aileron? Right?
What? Yep. I can go wherever I want. Yeah. I don't have to drag a 3/4 inch rubber 1 inch hole all over the place with big Chicago style fittings and all this and that. By the way, Ingersoll Rand sells a lot of pneumatic tools. I'm not dissing on those tools. They're great tools for their jobs. They're highly durable. They're repeatable. Really all kind of good stuff. But this tool cuts the cord, old terminology, right? But it's got the power, and the weight is about the same. It's got controllability. So right now we can cut this off if we want. We can pull the trigger. It's going to shut off at around, I believe it's 150 foot-pounds. The next one, it's going to shut off at right around 400 foot-pounds. Now, be very careful. Around 400 foot-pounds. This is not a plus or minus 3%. Right. No, it's probably plus or minus 20, maybe a little bit more. 400 foot-pounds was intentional. Lug nuts on truck tires, roughly 450 foot-pounds final torque. We drive it in, shuts off at 400, and for I hope in all these trucking industries, they're doing a final click wrench on it to get that last 50 foot-pounds to ensure they're torqued properly. And then where is it always? Where do they always use the tool? Full power. That's most of the time where the tool is being used. But we do give them the ability to control what they are trying to do. But most importantly is we get that stuff off. We get the bolt off.
Correct.
So when you got somebody out there, time constraints, they got to get the job done, this tool gets the job done. By the way, in case you forgot, the most powerful cordless impact wrench on the market, period. End of story. So if you're looking at a cordless impact wrench and you're not looking at this tool, just my opinion, you're foolish.
Yeah.
Perfect.